Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P281D and P281E are diagnostic trouble codes indicating issues with the Shift Solenoid Valve OP, specifically relating to its control circuit. This valve plays a crucial role in controlling transmission fluid pressure, thus impacting overall vehicle performance. DTC P281D indicates a low voltage situation, while P281E highlights a high voltage scenario within the control circuit of the pressure control solenoid H. These codes usually arise due to electrical issues rather than mechanical failures. Given their nature, troubleshooting these codes involves inspecting electrical components and connections related to the solenoid. This guide will detail the symptoms, possible causes, and troubleshooting steps necessary to diagnose and rectify these issues accurately. The Shift Solenoid Valve OP is an essential component located within the Honda CRV's transmission assembly. This solenoid is responsible for regulating fluid pressure, which in turn enables smooth gear shifts. The pressure control solenoid H works by managing hydraulic flow to various parts of the transmission, significantly affecting its operation. These solenoids are controlled by the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, which continuously monitors their functionality. When DTC P281D or P281E is triggered, it indicates the control circuit for this solenoid is not operating within the expected voltage range. Understanding the roles and locations of these components is vital for accurate diagnosis and effective repair of the transmission system. The primary causes of DTC P281D and P281E stem from electrical circuit problems. These may involve poor connections that disrupt the flow of signals between the Shift Solenoid Valve OP and the PCM. Damaged wiring can also lead to these trouble codes, possibly shorting or failing to provide adequate voltage levels. Additionally, the internal circuits of the solenoid may be compromised, which could lead to improper operation. Since these issues are electrical in nature, mechanical malfunctions within the transmission are ruled out as potential causes. Identifying these underlying problems accurately is critical to resolving the DTC effectively. Symptoms associated with DTC P281D and P281E may include problems with transmission shifting, where the vehicle might experience erratic gear changes or poor responsiveness when attempting to accelerate. Drivers may also notice the check engine light illuminating, providing a clear warning that system diagnostics require attention. Additional performance issues, such as slipping in gear or delays in shifting, may also present themselves as the transmission struggles to adjust to shifting needs due to the affected solenoid. These symptoms highlight the importance of addressing the trouble codes promptly to prevent further transmission damage. To begin troubleshooting DTC P281D and P281E, start by turning the vehicle to the on mode, which activates the relevant systems for diagnostic checks. Utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the stored DTCs and reset the system for a fresh assessment. Once cleared, navigate to the miscellaneous test menu in the HDS and select the Shift Solenoid Valve OP test. This action will allow you to confirm whether the solenoid is operating correctly. Pay close attention to whether the code reappears during this process. If DTC P281D is indicated following these tests, this confirms a persistent fault with the circuit. Next, switch the vehicle to the off-lock mode to prepare for further electrical testing. Utilizing the HDS, jump the SCS service check switch line carefully for over a minute to safeguard the PCM from potential damage during testing. Following this, disconnect the PCM connector C51P to access the necessary terminals. Using a multimeter, measure the resistance between test point 1 PCM connector C, pin 17, and body ground. A reading within the range of 10.6 to 13.5 ohms indicates that the Shift Solenoid Valve OP is functioning properly. A reading outside this range requires further investigation into other potential issues. For the third step, begin by disconnecting the solenoid wire harness A8P connector from the solenoid. Then, check for continuity between the two test points again using a multimeter. Specifically, measure the continuity between PCM connector C, pin 17, and body ground, ensuring the vehicle is still in the off-lock mode. A continuous circuit indicates that there is a short somewhere in the wiring to the body ground. If continuity is confirmed, take appropriate measures to repair the short in the Sol C line between the solenoid harness and the PCM. This step is crucial as it addresses any underlying wiring issues that could contribute to the trouble codes detected. In the final troubleshooting step, disconnect the Shift Solenoid Valve OP2P connector. This action will allow you to measure the internal resistance of the solenoid itself. Using a multimeter, measure the resistance between terminal number 1 and body ground while the vehicle remains in the off-lock mode. Similar to previous steps, a resistance reading between 10.6 and 13.5 ohms indicates the solenoid is functioning correctly. However, if the reading does not fall within this range, it is necessary to replace the Shift Solenoid Valve OP itself. Completing this step ensures that the solenoid is working as intended and will effectively manage fluid pressure in the transmission. After completing the necessary repairs, it is vital to conduct a final verification to ensure that the issues have been effectively resolved. Reconnect the HDS and check for any remaining or new DTCs. This process verifies whether the Shift Solenoid Valve OP is operating correctly after all adjustments have been made. It is also important to perform a test drive. During this drive, monitor the transmission for any unusual behavior. If the vehicle operates smoothly without triggering any DTCs, the repairs can be deemed successful. Verifying functionality ensures that the system is back to optimal performance. Preventive maintenance is crucial in avoiding problems like DTC P281D and P281E in the future. Regularly scheduled system checks help detect potential electrical issues before they escalate. It's essential to periodically inspect wiring and connectors associated with the Shift Solenoid Valve OP for signs of wear or damage, as these are common failure points. Additionally, performing routine transmission fluid changes can prevent issues related to fluid contamination or degradation. Keeping up with these maintenance tasks ensures that the solenoid and associated components remain in good working order, contributing to the longevity and efficiency of the vehicle's transmission system. In conclusion, DTC P281D and P281E highlight critical electrical issues within the Shift Solenoid Valve OP control circuit that directly impact the Honda CRV's transmission operation. By following the outlined troubleshooting steps meticulously, technicians can accurately diagnose and rectify these faults. It's essential to verify the solenoid's functionality post-repair to ensure that the vehicle operates without further issues. Adhering to regular maintenance checks will not only help in identifying problems early, but also enhance the overall reliability of the transmission system. Staying proactive in addressing these matters will ensure better vehicle performance and minimize the risk of future trouble codes. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.